Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, while much is being done, there is always more that we can, we must, and we want to do. COVID-19 has compounded the challenges our young people face. Much of their usual social support networks and routines have been disrupted, leading to prolonged periods of uncertainty, anxiety, and loneliness for many. COVID-19 safe management measures were implemented in schools so that our children can be physically in schools with their teachers and classmates for as much as possible. At the same time, however, we have had to suspend many interactive and community activities like co-curricular activities, national school games, cohort camps, and learning journeys. These activities are avenues for our young people to build bonds and to grow up in a balanced way, both emotionally, physically, and psychologically. We plan to reinstate such activities in full as soon as the COVID-19 situation allows for it. We want to create more time and space for students to pursue experiences that broaden their emotional and psychological horizons and strengthen their resilience. To this end, we want to work with parents and community groups to establish a caring and enabling society that gives greater attention to the well-being of our young. Let me outline the measures the MOE will undertake in the near term. First, we will strengthen the support network in our schools. All teachers will receive enhanced professional development on mental health literacy as a baseline. This will further strengthen our ability to identify and support students in need. We also aim to deploy more than 1,000 teacher-counsellors in the next few years. This is an increase from the over 700 teacher-counsellors we have currently deployed in schools. Now, all schools have at least one school counsellor, while some have two. Where feasible, we will recruit more school counsellors or re-roll suitable educators to augment the counselling support network. For our students, we will bring back CCAs for secondary schools and pre-universities within the next few weeks, as more students complete their vaccinations. We are currently putting our plans together on how CCA can be conducted safely within national safe management measures. We will also dedicate more time and attention to checking in on the well-being of our students regularly. Schools currently have orientation programs for new students at the start of every school year. Henceforth, teachers will devote time at the start of every school term to check in on the well-being of their students and guide them to know how, where, and when to get help. Next, because of the disruptions of learning caused by COVID, we will remove the common last topics from the 2021 GCE examinations. Last month, we had announced the removal of the common last topic for the 2021 PSLE. The Delta variant of the COVID virus has created much greater disruptions than envisaged and has affected the social and emotional well-being of our students. We are especially concerned for the graduating cohorts, so that we will also remove the common last topic from the 2021 GCE, O, N, and A-level examinations. While these topics would have already been taught in schools, removing them from the national exams would help to relieve the revision load and exam stress for our students. Finally, For the non-graduating students, given the COVID-19 disruptions, all schools will also reduce the scope of their 2021 end-of-year examinations to alleviate their revision load. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the mental well-being of our young also requires strengthening the continuum of support across schools, families, and our community. We are taking a whole-of-government approach to address these issues. MOH and MSF have set up a new interagency task force which transited from the COVID-19 Mental Wellness Task Force. Chaired by SMS Janil, this task force brings together the capabilities and capacities of different agencies to develop an overarching national strategy and action plan on mental health and well-being. As a member of this task force, MOE will work with MOH and MSF to give focus to the youth segment. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, our students are also influenced by factors in and beyond schools. This tragic incident could have happened outside school as well. We will therefore need a whole of society effort to keep our children, families, and communities safe to avoid such a tragic incident from happening again. We need a communal safety net underpinned by a caring and nurturing culture for all our people, especially our youths, so that collectively we send them the unequivocal message that no one will ever be alone, and no one needs to be going through life's toughest moment alone. I'm encouraged to see that community efforts have already been gaining momentum. Since February 2020, people from all walks of life have contributed to the Youth Mental Wellbeing Network. They have identified gaps around them that they would like to address and are currently developing ground-up solutions to improve youth mental well-being. These projects include creating programs to enhance emotional resilience, bringing inspirational stories of hope to our youth, and increasing parents' emotional literacy. Since last Monday, the public outpourings of care and support has been overwhelming. We are deeply grateful that so many people want to help ease the pain of the RV family. At the same time, I encourage all of us to look within our own social circles and start from here. As parents, we all want what is best for our children as they learn to navigate and face tomorrow's challenges on their own. It is not easy to know when to nudge them, when to stretch them, when to help them, or when to let go. Within our own families, we can all spend a bit more time listening to our children's thoughts and feelings. Let them share with us what they find stressful. Give them the space to process their emotions. Let us walk alongside them as they grow and learn to handle their new challenges. We can have more frank conversations with our children and families on the definition of success. As a parent myself, I've come to realize that success must be defined by helping my children to realize their own potential, develop their own strengths, and ultimately be confident in themselves. Success cannot, should not, and must not be the constant need to be compared with someone else. and having to live up to someone else's image. The greatest gift that we can give our children is to accept and love them unconditionally and help them be at ease with who they are. As parents, the greatest assurance that we can give our children is to affirm them and give them the confidence to find their own ways. Mr. Deputy Speaker, we can all help our children learn the right behavior in the online and offline worlds. Do our actions and choice of words build people up or tear people down? As adults, let us set the right tone and example. Let us work together to break the vicious cycles of negativity by standing up for others and responding with grace and compassion. We can stop toxic conversations online and amplify messages of strength, care, and positivity through our online networks instead. All of us can be kind to each other. All of us can look out for one another, no matter how tough the competition might be or how intense the pressures can be. To this end, MOE wants to strengthen our partnership with parents through the parents' support groups in all our schools. We hope that parents' support groups will not only support the school, but also expand their role to connect with one another and render help to parents whose children and families need more support. I will encourage every parent support group to form a subgroup focusing on the mental well-being of our children and families. To the students and teachers who visited our care post at River Valley High School, I know it took courage for you to step forward and seek help. And I encourage you to continue doing so. To those who are struggling still, I want you to know that we are here for you. Reach out. Let us know if you need help, and we will do what we can to support you. I appeal to everyone not to stigmatize those who come forward to seek help, be they students, staff, parents, or families. Reaching out for help is a sign of strength and not weakness. Let this incident motivate all of us to take down our barriers and treat struggling individuals who step forward with care and compassion.